right. So today we're diving into a topic that I think is top of mind for a lot of men out there, prostate health.
Mm.
And you probably come across a supplement called prostavive.
Yeah.
It's making some pretty big claims about what it can do for you. So we're going to break down all the details for you today. We're going to look at the key ingredients,
Yeah.
what they're supposed to do, what makes prostavive different from everything else out there.
Yeah, it's interesting. Prostavive seems to be targeting like a very specific niche in this market. It's not just general prostate support. They're really zeroing in on blood circulation around the prostate.
Yeah, that's not something you hear about every day. I mean, they even reference a study
Right.
from Fukushima Medical University in Japan back in 2023, and it suggests that good blood flow around the prostate can help with things like cell metabolism,
Hmm.
potentially improving things like urine flow and even bladder health.
Yeah, and that seems to be like the foundation of their whole approach. They're really pushing this idea that healthy blood flow equals a healthy prostate.
So, okay, what exactly are they promising? They highlight three major benefits:
Yeah.
a healthy prostate, stronger urine flow, and get this, a more active sex life.
And to back up these claims, they point to specific ingredients. So, for example, they talk about boron. They source theirs from Tibet, and they say it's got all these great benefits for prostate health. Then you've got tonkat ali, been used for centuries in the East for prostate health. And then there's ashwagandha, an herb with a history going back like thousands of years.
Right. So they're really pulling from both like traditional and modern practices here.
Mm.
And when it comes to urine flow, they're really emphasizing nettle root. They say it can help because it supports healthy blood flow. And then there's this whole blend that's supposed to boost your sex life. We're talking tonkat ali,
Oh,
ashwagandha,
super.
fenugreek, panax ginseng, and maca root. It's quite the lineup.
It really is. What's fascinating to me is how they combine all these different ingredients, each with their own purported benefits. It's like this multi-pronged approach that's supposed to address all these different aspects of men's health, not just prostate issues.
Oh, and they don't stop there. Prostavive also claims to help with deeper sleep, increased energy, better blood flow and artery health throughout the body, and even maintaining healthy nitric oxide levels.
Hold on. Nitric oxide. Now that's a bit more technical.
Exactly. So let's break that down a little bit.
Mhm.
Nitric oxide is this molecule that plays a key role in relaxing your blood vessels. And Prostavive's claim is that by supporting healthy nitric oxide levels, you're essentially improving blood flow and nutrient delivery to the prostate.
So they're suggesting that by focusing on this one element, this nitric oxide, you can kind of create this ripple effect that positively impacts the entire system.
Yeah, that's the idea. And it gets even more intriguing because they also include zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D in their formula.
Oh, those are interesting additions. Each one of those nutrients has been linked to different aspects of men's health.
From prostate function to energy levels and even sleep quality. Right. So zinc is supposed to be important for healthy sperm production and libido. Magnesium is linked to better sleep and blood vessel health, as well as energy and stamina. And vitamin D is important for overall health, sexual activity, prostate function. Plus, it can help with mood and metabolism.
Wow. It's almost like they're trying to create this all-in-one solution for men's well-being, tackling both those specific prostate concerns, but also just broader health factors.
Yeah.
But the big question is, does it really work?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, right? Prostavive is really emphasizing this synergistic effect. They're suggesting that this unique blend of nutrients is more potent together than they would be individually.
Right, and that's a bold claim. While we know that some of these ingredients have shown promise in research, especially when it comes to like individual benefits, the research on this specific combination and in these specific amounts is pretty scarce.
So we can't just assume that because some of the ingredients have shown
Yeah.
promise on their own,
Mm.
they'll automatically work wonders when they're all mixed together.
Exactly. Supplement research is a very complex world. It's not always easy to isolate the effects of a specific ingredient, especially when you're dealing with a multi-ingredient formula like Prostavive. Plus, you have to factor in individual responses, which we know can vary widely.
Okay, so for someone listening right now who's maybe thinking about trying Prostavive, what's the takeaway here?
Well, I think the key is to approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism and to really prioritize informed decision-making. While the individual ingredients in Prostavive might have some research to support their potential benefits, it's crucial to consult with your healthcare professional before adding any new supplement, especially if you have any underlying health conditions. or are taking other medications.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Your doctor can look at your specific situation, consider any potential interactions with other medications you might be taking, and help you decide if prostavive is even the right fit for you.
Exactly. They can also help you weigh the potential benefits against any risks and guide you towards a more holistic approach to prostate health. That might include things like lifestyle modifications and other evidence-based treatments.
Right, so while the marketing materials for prostavive might paint a pretty rosy picture, it's important to remember that individual results can vary, and there's no guarantee that it'll be a miracle cure for everyone.
Absolutely. It's always a good idea to be an informed consumer, to do your own research, and to have an open and honest conversation with your doctor about any concerns you have, after all. Taking charge of your health is about making informed choices that align with your own individual needs and circumstances.
I think that's a great point to emphasize. This isn't just about prostavive. It's about taking a proactive approach to your health in general
Mm,
and making decisions that are right for you.
I couldn't agree more. And speaking of making informed decisions, there's a ton of resources available for people who want to learn more about prostate health and explore different options. That's actually something we can touch on in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We can talk about where to find reliable information, what questions to ask your doctor, and how to kind of navigate the sometimes overwhelming world of supplements and prostate health.
That sounds like a great plan. So stay tuned, everyone, because we're about to wrap up this prostavive exploration with some valuable insights to empower your health journey.
Okay, so let's get down to like the nitty-gritty here. We've talked about Prostavive's claims, we've talked about the ingredients they're using, but now it's time to see what the science actually says. You hear about the potential benefits of each individual component, but do they really work together to deliver on those promises, especially when it comes to prostate health?
Right. They're making a big deal about this synergistic effect,
Hmm.
saying that the blend is somehow greater than the sum of its parts. But is there any evidence to back that up?
Well, that's where things get a little tricky. While there are studies out there suggesting certain ingredients, like tongkat lali, for example, can improve sexual function, the research specifically on this exact combination of ingredients and in these specific amounts is pretty scarce.
So we can't just assume that because some of the ingredients have shown promise on their own, they'll automatically work wonders when they're combined.
Exactly. Supplement research is a complex world. It's not always easy to isolate the effects of a specific ingredient, especially when you're dealing with a multi-ingredient formula like this. Plus, you have to factor in individual responses, which can vary widely.
So for someone listening who's thinking about trying prostavive, what's the takeaway here?
I think the key is to approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism and to prioritize informed decision-making. While the individual ingredients in Prostavive might have some research to support their potential benefits, it's crucial to consult with your healthcare professional before adding any new supplement, especially if you have any underlying health conditions or are taking other medications.
That makes a lot of sense. Your doctor can look at your specific situation. Consider any potential interactions with other medications you're taking and help you decide if prostavive is even right for you.
Exactly. They can also help you weigh the potential benefits against any risks and guide you towards a more holistic approach to prostate health. That might include things like lifestyle modifications or other evidence-based treatments.
So while the marketing materials for prostavive might paint a pretty rosy picture, it's important to remember that individual results can vary, and there's no guarantee that it'll be a miracle cure for everyone.
Absolutely. It's always a good idea to be an informed consumer. Do your own research and have an open and honest conversation with your doctor about any concerns you have. After all, taking charge of your health is about making informed choices that align with your individual needs and circumstances.
I think that's a great point to emphasize. This isn't just about prostavive. It's about taking a proactive approach to your health and making decisions that are right for you.
I couldn't agree more. And speaking of making informed decisions, there are a ton of resources available for people who want to learn more about prostate health and explore different options. That's
Yeah.
actually something we could touch on in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay.
We can talk about where to find reliable information, what questions to ask your doctor, and how to navigate the sometimes overwhelming world of supplements and prostate health.
That sounds like a great plan. So stay tuned, everyone. We're going to wrap up this prostavive exploration with some valuable insights to help empower your health journey. All right, so welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into prostavive.
Ha.
We've explored the claims, the ingredients, and even looked at some of the science. But now let's shift gears a bit and talk about, what you can do to really take control of your own prostate health journey.
Yeah, that's a crucial point. While supplements like prostavive might be part of the conversation, they're certainly not the whole story. A holistic approach to prostate health involves a lot more than just taking a pill. It's about lifestyle choices,
Yeah.
healthy habits, and a proactive care.
So what are some things our listeners can do to support their prostate health in a more proactive way? What are like the big things they should be thinking about?
Well, I think one of the most fundamental things is maintaining a healthy diet. It really is the cornerstone of overall health. And that includes prostate health, focus on whole foods, fruits, vegetables, lean protein sources, and try to limit processed foods, saturated fats, and too much sugar.
Yeah, that's great advice. And it's something we hear a lot, but it's always worth repeating because it really does make a difference.
It really does. And along with a healthy diet, regular exercise is key. Physical activity helps you maintain a healthy weight, improves blood flow, reduces stress, all of which can have a positive impact on prostate health.
And speaking of stress, that's something we often overlook, but it can play a big role in our overall well-being too.
Oh, absolutely. Chronic stress can really throw your hormonal balance out of whack and negatively impact your health in so many ways. Finding ways to manage stress is crucial, whether it's through meditation, yoga, spending time in nature, or whatever works for you. It's really important.
Yeah, and of course, we can't forget about regular checkups with your doctor. They can monitor your prostate health, assess your risk factors, and provide personalized guidance based on your individual needs.
Absolutely. Early detection is so important when it comes to prostate health. So don't hesitate to talk to your doctor about any concerns you have or if you notice any changes.
So to wrap things up, while prostavive might be an option to explore, it's essential to remember that it's not a magic solution. Taking care of your overall health through a balanced lifestyle. That includes things like a healthy diet, regular exercise, stress management, and proactive medical care is really the foundation for optimal prostate health.
Well said. And as we've discussed, everyone is different. What works for one person might not work for another. It's about finding what works best for you in consultation with your healthcare provider and taking an active role in your own well-being.
That's a great point. This deep dive into prostavive has hopefully given you some valuable information and empowered you to make informed decisions about your prostate health. Remember, knowledge is power, and taking an active role in your health journey is the best way to achieve optimal health and vitality.
And if this conversation has sparked your curiosity, there's a wealth of information out there. Reputable health organizations and online resources can provide even more insights into prostate health and the various options that are available. So don't be afraid to do your own research and keep learning.
That's right. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.